guys, today I'd like to share with you my 5 reasons why I choose to read books on Kindle instead of on paper. Now, I tend to get bored of things very easily and I tend to sell them, upgrade them, swap them, whatever. But my Kindle is one thing that I just don't want to get rid of. I just love it. This is the Kindle Paperwhite, which I got 3 years ago. I'm not sure which generation it is, but it's doing a great job. I love it. Everything's working and I have no intention of changing it or upgrading it just because it's so great. Over 3 years I've read 15 books on it and I love it. I just absolutely love it. I love it. I know I keep saying it. So here are my 5 reasons why I love it so much. Reason number 1, vocabulary. Obviously English is not my first language, but whether I'm reading something in English or in Polish, there's always one word that I don't know because I've never heard it, I've never learned it. Especially with the books I read, I tend to read psychological thrillers or some clever books which use a very fancy language sometimes. So it's that easy. Instead of going on your phone and having to Google a word, on your Kindle you can just highlight the word and it shows you the definition, that's it, and you can keep on reading. So this is one of the main features why I bought the Kindle in the first place. Reason number 2 is samples. If you go to a bookstore, you can't just rip 2 pages out of a book, take them home and then decide if you want to buy a book. Not that I've ever done it. But with Kindle you can actually go on the Kindle store, pick a book and then send a sample to your Kindle. So you're gonna have maybe a chapter or half a chapter depending on the book to read, and then you can decide whether you want to pay for the book or not, or just ditch it. Now what I find is usually if I read a chapter, I go for it. Reason number 3 is light. If you're like me and you love reading in bed just before you fall asleep, then this thing is perfect. It lights up the page for you, but it's very natural, like, don't really know what it's called. I guess that's the Paperwhite thing, where it looks great, it doesn't tire your eyes at all, it's very good and you don't need a light. Reason number 4 is how instant it is. Say it's the middle of the night and you've just finished a book and you want another one. Guess what, you can just go on the Kindle store, find another book, download the sample, or you can just buy it, but I would rather download the sample first, read it, and then you can buy the full book straight away. How great is that? You don't have to wait for the shop to open, you can buy it anytime. The Kindle versions are usually cheaper. I tend to buy them for like £2 or £3, sometimes even cheaper, when the paperback is like a £5 or £8. Last but not least, reason number 5. I just love how easy it is to hold it. It's so light, you can hold it with one hand, lying down or sitting down. No matter how you like to read your books, this thing is just so easy to hold. It's so much easier than having to hold your book open with 2 hands. Like, I read a book a few months ago because I couldn't get it on Kindle, so I just bought the paperback and I struggled because I'm so used to this thing now. It was so hard to keep it up like that. Now this thing wins. And also I've got 15 books on this now. Imagine them all stacked up on a pile or on a shelf. It's also great if you're going away and say you want to take 2 books with you. This thing takes so little space. Oh, and also the battery. Oh, I need to mention the battery. The battery lasts weeks, literally. Sometimes I put it away when I've got other things on and I don't read a book for a while. Then I pick it up and it's still got battery left. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. So I hope you enjoyed this little video. And if you're considering buying a Kindle, then maybe I helped you make your decision. And I'll see you next time.